Or will you do it less? So for example, if I give you the benefit, I've already told you the benefits. The pious predecessors, the ulama haq, the scholars have stated and told us, they have presented to us the benefits of this habit. What is the habit? As I said, it's very beautiful action as well. What is it? Just to learn how to be grateful to Allah. Say Subhanallah, Subhanallah. To be grateful to Allah. To become habitual in doing the shukr of Allah. Being grateful to Allah. This is a unique and beautiful action. And despite Allah Ta'ala said in the Quran that I've given you so many ni'mas in this world, your life, look at your body from head to toe. From your hairs to your nails. Even the nails are the ni'mah, the gift of Allah. The thing that shukr, being grateful, eliminates is kibr, pride. Why? Because when a person is grateful to Allah, when he does shukr, when he is grateful, are you grateful with your nose or your eyes or your hands? No. Where are you doing the act of being grateful from? No organ can be grateful, not even the tongue. When a person is a shakir, when he's got gratitude, the feeling of gratitude, then he's doing it from the heart. You'll see this. So for example, if somebody gives a favor to you, then for example, what will make you feel good? Will it be your nose or your eyes? No. First and foremost, your eyes, your heart will feel the appreciation. And to this extent, sometimes what happens is that in that condition, sometimes a person starts to cry. Tears from his eyes that this person has favored me today. He's my muhsin. Otherwise, where would I be today if I didn't have this favor? So the heart is what makes a person cry and appreciate. So if in this heart, there's the feeling of gratitude. And if you can have this feeling of gratitude for a fellow human being, that tears coming out of the eyes, then Allah Rabbul Alameen, who's created the human being, when a person becomes the grateful servant of Allah, then tell me what becomes his position in front of his Lord. Nobody is telling you to do this. Allahu Akbar. This is such an act of worship that you become so habitual in this. And Allah wants this, that every human being in his heart, Allah says, I want that person to feel my superiority, my jamal, my status, my kamal, my all over glory and superiority over everything. Allah says, I want this to be in the hearts of my believers and the human beings all the time. And if a person doesn't have these feelings, then how can a person say he's a mu'min? The person in whose heart, he doesn't have the kamalat, the appreciation, the glory, the super power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the heart. In other words, the feeling of Allah's power, Allah's jamal and kamal and all of Allah's attributes and qualities. It should be so much inside our heart, these feelings, so much it should be in our hearts that, for example, I'm speaking from the language of tasawwuf and the Sufis. My Hazrat Rahmatullah used to say this, that Allah's glory and all of Allah's attributes and all of the qualities of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we should appreciate this and we should have ishq for Allah totally in the heart. Because this cannot come from the tongue. Prayed salah. After this incident, I'm grateful to Allah subhanallah. And we run away from Allah's ni'mas, but look at the status of this sahabi. What is the right due to Allah is this. This is the haqq. He said that your tooth is broken and you're in pain and you're grateful for this. And his khadim asked this, his colleague, and he said, this is the status, the level of shukr. He said, I was crying and I was grateful to Allah for this reason, that my Mawla, my Lord, your favors so many upon me, your karam, your mercies upon me, that you broke my tooth and you saved me from a big calamity. Through a small difficulty, you saved me from a big calamity. And the right one due to me was this, that my tooth should not have broken. He was such a great companion. He's saying this because he said, I am looking at my deeds, my tooth should not have broken, but your mercy upon me. This was the haqq, that my head should have been wounded. So in return for this favor, Allah, I'm grateful to you that you seen my amal and you are merciful to me, that you have given me the small punishment of my tooth breaking. But subhanAllah, the pious predecessors have said that we should be doing shukr on the ni'mas Allah has given to us. The real shukr is that when problems come upon a person, difficulties, then that is also a situation, a scenario where we should be grateful. And that is the real maqam for being grateful to Allah, subhanAllah. Subhanallah. Why? Because we have a habit of complaining. Forget about being grateful when we have problems, difficulties. Shaitan has instilled this habit into our lives that we complain to Allah. We complain to, in other words, we go into the reverse gear. It doesn't matter how much ibadah a person does. Allah's order is that I have no link with the ungrateful person. Allah says, no, I don't have a link with the ungrateful person. And we don't know that we are ungrateful. We don't even know this. As I said, we don't know that we have got kibr in our lives, the big diseases that within us, shaitan does not even allow us to become aware. Nobody will say, I'm ungrateful. Everyone will say, I'm grateful. And from our tongues, we are muttering statements of ungratefulness. We have complaints. We make fuss all the time. On every issue that we experience, we complain. And who do we complain to? To our Rabb. Who are we grateful to? We're not grateful for the ni'mas Allah has given to us. When something occurs according to our desires, we say, okay, Allah, alhamdulillah. Isn't this the case? But rather, Allah Ta'ala says that this is not when you should be grateful. For example, I've done a dua, Allah give me this and X, Y, Z. And if that dua is not accepted or request, then we are unhappy. Our salah is not good, our dhikr is not good. We did dhikr for that reason, I prayed salah like this, and I did bayah, I'm remembering Allah, I did good actions, and now bad things are happening in my life, and bad experiences. This is upside down situation. How can a person complain to Allah? What relationship have we got with Allah? Our